Welcome to part 2 of rebuilding my 350Z. So I did some research and I realized that there are like 18, like there's basically, because I was looking for spacers between 1 inch and 5 mil, and there was, and I thought there wasn't without the extended lug nuts, but we found hub centric ones. So I'm excited to see how they fit. We're currently about to install those right now. I think we're gonna go ahead and install my core support too, and I should get here tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. So we're gonna go ahead and install our wheel spacers, and then tomorrow actually I'm gonna go get an alignment. So I don't know if I'm gonna record that because it's not gonna be at my friend's shop. It's gonna be at like a different shop basically. So hopefully they're able to do the alignment, but for now let's go ahead and install the spacers, see how they turn out. So here are the spacers right here. All right guys, so I think these are gonna rub, however they're not too much out like the 1 inches were. Okay, so we just installed the spacers, and we're currently taking it for a test drive, obviously, to see if nothing fucking falls off. I mean, it's so far so good right now. Just when it's bumpy, but it's over. All right guys, so I parked up at a little spot. Honestly, I really fuck with the wheel spacers, and once I get the fenders rolled, it should all be good. Like I shouldn't be rubbing as much. So we are currently heading over to the shop right now, so I'm excited to see how this alignment turns out. It is an hour drive basically. Usually it's like 30 minutes or something like that. I don't know why right now it's an hour drive, probably because of traffic and shit, but yeah, I'm excited, so we're gonna be on our way there. Chat, we're here. We're currently just waiting on him to finish up on the car, and he should pull the Z in. All right, so alignment is done. I'm currently about to see if it's how straight it is. Okay, so shout out to that shop. They went ahead and did the alignment. It's a lot better than before. I think it could be a little straighter. Like I'll show you guys in a minute, but honestly, way better before. For right now, we did the alignment, and tomorrow I'm gonna be making a whole separate video to this, so I think you guys are gonna be seeing tomorrow's video before this. But we're gonna be going to the Pacific Auto event. I think that's what they're called. It's in the convention center around my area, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna vlog the whole thing, the whole experience. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next clip. So the core support just came in. As you can tell, I already took off my bumper. The car's already jacked up and everything. It's on stands, but I'm gonna show you guys the new core support. Look at this right here. Fresh ass core support from Z1 Motorsports. And as you can see, I currently got the whip jacked up. This shit is bent. It pushed everything really close to the engine, so I'm glad I didn't really like touch it. However, I do hope that my latch is not bent. I can't really tell from like, you know, how this is right now, but hopefully it's not bent. I know this cracked as well, the airbox. What else? The coolant hose did bend a little bit, and there's the other coolant hose down there that's close to touching the AC. So we gotta take off the bash bar. I think there's just like 12 mils or something like that. We're gonna take off these headlights since we already have the other ones. So we're gonna take these off, and then yeah, and then let's get to it. All right guys, so we got the bash bar. It was a mix of 13 and 12 millimeters, so those are pretty simple. I also got the headlights off on both sides. That was pretty simple as well. And as I'm inspecting the headlight bracket, it does not look what do you say, like bent whatsoever. Or it might be, honestly. I don't know if this is supposed to sit higher or if that's like normal. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and install the other headlights, see if they fit correctly. Hopefully it's just because the ones I had cracked. Hopefully is how it's supposed to sit. We're kind of about to see what we take off first. I'm pretty sure this is an airbag sensor, so I went ahead and disconnected my positive and negative terminal just in case. These are the horns right here, and I think this is your power steering cooler. So we're gonna have to obviously take, I think, this side off, which I heard is like a bitch. So it's gonna leak out power steering, so I recommend putting something on the floor. But other than that, it should be pretty simple. We're just gonna take off everything and then just put everything back on. Actually, before that, I'm gonna go put on the HR headlights, see how they fit. Hopefully they fit fine, but you know, who knows. Okay, so I tried putting on the HR headlight in there and it still fit like fucked. So I think the brackets might actually be bent, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if I order those. However, we did end up taking everything off. The part that is known to be hard is the power steering lines. I just use some pliers to fucking take that shit off, but just be careful because you could rip the hoses. My power steering is basically empty. Yeah, so I did notice that the AC condenser is bent. It's still close to the engine. I thought it was gonna take off tension, you know. I do think that these are bent as well, but I don't know, cause they line up fine. Everything looks fine right here. But we ran into a bit of an issue. Honestly, I do not know what else is bent. I do have an idea though. It could be the headlight bracket, especially the passenger side, since the headlight does not sit correct. And it's also this core support bracket. I'm thinking it's this too. So this is the thing that goes across from here, and this is what has like the little threads for the bracket and the core support to screw onto. Okay, so I just made up a quick little plan. Yeah, so the Z is gonna sit for a minute. So I went ahead and ordered the driver and the passenger bracket. I ordered those on eBay, so those should be cool. And I also ordered this little core support bracket because I don't know if this one's bent, and honestly, I just want everything to be right. So yeah, can't wait for those to get there. And Mishimoto should have the warranty. So I sent them over pictures of where it's damaged. If anything, I'll just do another coolant flush on this and a radiator replacement. Get everything up and going again. Okay guys, I'm gonna add a little quick add-on. So it's been, I think, a couple days after that clip, and one of my headlight brackets finally came in, and I just went ahead and installed it. I didn't show it just because my phone is about to die right now, so I'm gonna show you guys real quick. The bolt holes basically do line up just a bit, but as you can see, like, there is a little movement. Either way, the bolts are gonna fit in there nice. And honestly, I think it aligned better than my last one. I found out where my old one bent, so you see how this is flat right here. All right guys, so I got my old one, and where it was flat, it's not flat right here. I don't know if you guys see that little curvature, so that's where I figured it bent. This one's the old one, so I'm gonna just go ahead and obviously throw this one away. Okay, so I went ahead and just slapped it on really quick, see how it fits. My future headlights, the HR headlights that I'm gonna add. But the fitment is way better than last time. All the bolts are lined up good. And yeah, I didn't record the installation because I just wanted to do it really quick because my passenger one has not arrived, so we're gonna wait for that. But pretty simple, just take off the 2 bolts. I did have to take off the wheels. You guys could see there is 2 bolts at the bottom right there. Really simple removal. And then one thing you have to do is remove the latch as well in order to get it out, because it does go in through the headlight bracket. But that is pretty simple. So I'm happy how it looks right now. But yeah, can't wait to see the passenger one. And then when we put everything together, everything should line up, so I'm excited for that. All right guys, so everything ended up coming in. I'll go ahead and just try to install and finish the Z by today. So the passenger headlight bracket came in, the radiator came in, and as you guys saw from my last clip, I already put on my driver headlight bracket. So what I think I'm gonna do first is actually put the core support, everything together to see how it fits. And then afterwards, I'm gonna take off the radiator. I think it'll be better if I just replace the radiator right now, but I don't want it to like not be able to fit, just in case like the core support and everything else doesn't align. Yeah, we gotta do a whole coolant flush, power steering flush. I think I'm gonna just add power steering. I don't know if I have to actually flush it out. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on that. All right, so I know I didn't show you guys how I took off the driver's side. However, I'm gonna show you guys how to take the passenger one. It looks like some of them are gonna be 11 millimeters, especially the top bolts. Okay, so we took off these 2 bolts right here, and then you have 2 more at the bottom. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is grab our jack again, and we're gonna have to take off that wheel because we're too slammed. Okay guys, so as you guys saw, I took off the wheel to get to our headlight bracket bolts underneath. So they are gonna be these 2 right here. I don't know if you can see them right there, but you are gonna have 2 bolts underneath, like right here. So I use basically a screw flathead to try to take these off because they're really on there. This little black tube where the washer fluid goes. Basically, you just disconnect it from right here. So all the washer fluid fell out. Harness of the headlight, we're just gonna leave it. If you're gonna replace your reservoir, you're probably gonna have to take everything off. But we're just gonna leave it because it's gonna go basically back on. Now we're gonna go ahead and take off these 2 bolts underneath, and then just see how it goes. Okay, so we do have the 2 bolts off now. Alright guys, so now should just slide off. Yep, just like that. Now we finally have it off. So this is the one that we went ahead and ordered. Yes, it's beat because it is used. I got it from eBay. So we're gonna currently check to see if there's any difference of bentness. Starting off, my old one is bent right there, and this one isn't. So yeah, so the headlight bracket did get bent. They like look, it got bent pretty good. Everywhere you kind of see just dents. However, on this one, you barely see anything. So we're just inspecting everything. Everything looks good. We're gonna go ahead and install this one. Put on our headlight just to see how it aligns. Put these bolts on. Alright guys, so we finally got our headlight bracket in. We're gonna see how it lines up. If it doesn't line up, we're probably gonna have to do some adjusting, because I don't know if you can see, but where the old bolts used to be aren't lined up there. Also, this little bracket where it connects underneath is it's bolted on, so you can honestly bolt that off and move it around. Okay, so now what we're gonna do before we put on the wheel, we're gonna go ahead and put on the headlight, and then we're gonna see how the core support bracket and everything fits. So first test is a good sign. As you can see, the headlight sits decent on there. The fender thing is bent right there. However, we're gonna get new fenders anyways. So the headlight looks like it's gonna sit right. Now let's go ahead and try on the core support and everything. All right guys, so good news is I aligned everything. Looks like it fits perfect. The core support bracket lines up with bolt holes really good, so I'm excited on that. So we're gonna go ahead and put everything together. Lastly, what we're gonna do is replace that radiator, just because I want everything to line up. So as I said, I'm currently about to replace the radiator on the Z. However, I am currently doing that coolant flush right there, as you can see. If you guys haven't watched my video, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a link description on how to do the radiator flush. I don't want to just show it the whole process again, because even then, low-key, I kind of have to watch my own video that I recorded, just to see how it went. All right, this is so crazy. I've never had to see it broken down like this, bro. At this point, might as well just do a fucking engine swap. Currently got everything off. The old fan. The fan is fucked up, but it'll still work for now. And I know I said I want you guys to watch my video where I did the radiator flush. However, one thing I want to know is that these are transmission cooler lines, so I just want to be careful with those. What I did is just put like a little bolt or nut in there and then close it with the same clamp that you do if you were to put it normally. Alright guys, my bad for not recording the whole process. I just wanted to make sure everything was right, just because I didn't organize no bolts or anything. So make sure you do that. Make sure you like remember where all the bolts went. But so far, I'm pretty sure I got the, I think it's called the stay something. It's right here. Stay bumper things. I got them on. I got the 2 bolts on top right there with that little bracket right here, little metal bracket. Currently, I was trying to figure out what hose went where, but looks like I got it. That's gonna clip onto those threads right there. I currently already have the 2 bolts holding this. So now we're currently about to go ahead and install the rest of this onto here, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so we pretty much got everything on right now. I currently went ahead and clipped everything back on. However, the only thing that is not on just yet is a power steering hose. Just because I want to get another clamp, because the other one I lost. So I'm gonna go ahead and get more of these. So as you can see, it is still disconnected, but horns, everything, airbag sensors on. These are all good. I went ahead and installed the wash fluid reservoir back on the core support. Looking a lot better, way better, a lot straighter, not fucking all bent and shit. We're currently about to head to AutoZone and grab a few more things, and then we'll be back. Guys, so we are currently going to AutoZone right now. About to pick up one of the clamps for the power steering fluid hose. We're gonna use ATF fluid for power steering. We're currently about to get also a coolant reservoir hose. That hose that goes across like the radiator cap, because the coolant reservoir, like it's leaking just a little bit, and I'm positive it's the hose. If I'm wrong, then fuck, another coolant flush, bro. Yeah. Oh, we're also gonna go buy a fucking. At this point, since we're already going to AutoZone, I'm gonna just get a radiator fan, cooler fan. I'm gonna get that shit. I've been avoiding it for so long, and it's like been like, it hasn't been making noise or nothing like that, but it's just like, you can move it because one of the bolt holes is broken, like one of the tabs is broken, so it's basically held on by like one bolt. Okay, so as y'all saw, we got everything. We even got the fan back there. Hopefully I got everything, that way I'm not doing 2 trips. So I'm excited. I gotta make sure the clamps, yep, I got the clamps as well. And I just realized that I probably have extra clamps back there, but of that size, I'm not sure. I finally got everything put together. I do have kind of a gut feeling, I don't know why, that I'm forgetting something, and I'm trying to remember badly, but I just can't. I got everything put together. The bash bar, I'm gonna just put it last just in case I have to take something off. I already connected the battery. I topped off my power steering. I'm gonna go ahead and start the coolant flush. And actually the radiator is really loose, because I forgot that these had top bushings. So on the bottom, I put one of them that goes for the top, and then one of them is the actual one. It's just I've been missing one on one side for a while. So this one has the actual bottom one, this one has the top one. All right, so quick update. When I was putting in the coolant, I started leaking from the bottom, and I was like, wait, what? Bruh, because I dropped that shit. I dropped the fucking radiator, and I thought I was gonna be fine. I mean, it was okay, a pretty bad smack. I was trying to put it in between the, I was trying to put it on. It just slipped out my hand and it fucking fell. But now I'm going to AutoZone, and now I'm gonna just go buy one. So everything should work fine. I mean, the battery's already connected to it, so it's basically, the car's made alive now. So I'll catch you guys when I go ahead and buy that radiator. So luckily they had the radiator in stock, so I want to go ahead and just bought it. I also got the mount bushings. Try not to drop this one. So finally, after making 2 rounds to AutoZone to get a fucking new radiator, I'm finally doing the coolant flush on it. Really happy how this whole thing turned out. Gotta see if everything works. I topped off my power steering fluid with ATF. I topped off the reservoir, that way it's not empty. And then obviously I'm doing the coolant flush right now, waiting for it to get to idle. Alright guys, so I'm currently driving the Z right now. I didn't film a lot of the parts just because I wanted to get this shit done. But I'm going to show you guys how it looks. It still looks clapped, the hood is not fixed. But I even put on the headlights. I took my old ballast from my old headlights and I put them on the new one. Bro, the headlights look so clean. Shout out to my boy Z33 Eddie. I have to restore them though. They're HR headlights. Here's the Z in all its glory. It's basically sitting good. The headlights, the fitment on the headlights is like really good. Way better than before. Really sitting better than before. Like I said like 20 times. Course report is looking good. Everything's looking good. Other than that, that'd be it for part 2. We're gonna see if we go get ourselves a HR hood somewhere down the line. Hopefully I get it in these 2 weeks. So I'll catch you guys on rebuilding my Z part 2, and then that should be basically complete. Just a little series to like show you guys like what I've been through after the accident. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next video. Goodbye.